God.
So I broke his shield.
Uh-huh. What? What? What?
Thank you. There we go. Do something, you piece of shit. Hops in and Tech 9 on it, so.
That's fair. Did you say Popson?
Did I? I said Hopson.
It sounded like to me you said Popson, and I was like, who?
my name is stuffed up. Right. My nose is stuffed up right now, so I'm probably gonna fuck up my words a lot more.
That was great. That was great.
Gotta close
That was great. That was great.
Really? I thought I could guard that, but I guess I could. Did you No. What kind of... That's rude as shit. Hold on. I'm offended.
That's a newer thing they added in the game recently.
All right. What up, everybody? It's your boy, the Infinite Dragon here. Welcome to another tier list on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching an archive stream, be sure to check me out live. Link is always in the description down below, as well as a link to my Discord, which I will let you know what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, all that good stuff. It's Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everyone. Ralph, how you doing today? Merry Christmas. Lucky, thank you for being first. So yeah, this year I wrote down every game I played. Whether I finished it or not, I wrote down every game that I had. And we're gonna go ahead and make a tier list out of it. I hope everyone's doing good. Happy Crisis, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good day. I mean, I just woke up. I woke up way earlier than I normally do. Who's the face? My face isn't like, it's not even like a new thing. You just saw my face in the opening. Where's Infinite? He's right there. He's in the corner, right there. You see him? There he goes, right there. It's not even like a new thing. Like I said, you saw my face in the intro. I used to do face cam all the time. The problem then came when it was just too hot. It's just too hot in the room. It's hot right now, honestly, but I got a little fan. So I in order to make sure that I stayed nice and cool, I stopped doing face cam so I could keep my shirt off. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the song "Ode to Heroes" with our background music. This song is just stuck in my head. Where's the tier list? There it is. Here. Make sure everything sounds okay. Be a bit louder. Right there, sound good? Yeah, it's about good. All right. So, I fucking took all my shit out. Well, it's okay. It's okay. No, don't worry about it. We'll be alright. I still should have the files. Well, we're gonna do this the long way, so I apologize for that. I don't know. I didn't think that's what that would do. That's really annoying. And I didn't. That's super annoying. But okay, we'll just do it. We'll just do it the long way. It's all good. So let me text my dad back. Like, you just text me back. Let me get this list. All right, so we're going to where? So I might not be able to look at chat though the way I intend to, but we should. because this is gonna be fucking weird and shit. So, all right, first game on the list is typed in Chris because it's Christmas. Is Crash Twinsanity. Actually, can I hit the back button? Will it remind me? It does it. That's super annoying. I'm so mad. Whatever. I knew I should have backed some of this up, but it's okay. Some of these should be. Yeah, some of these are in here. Some of these I already have in here. I didn't put all of them in there, but let's just go ahead and do this. So, first thing on the list. Crash Twinsanity. So, Crash Twinsanity is a game that I've been playing since I was a children's. You know what I mean? I've played that game since I was like 6 or 7 or something like that. It's not a good game. It's a very fun game, but it's not good. Actually, you know, I'm gonna change this A tier category right here to. Can I change it? I can't. So we're gonna change this to. Actually, I will just leave it as A. Fuck it. We're gonna put it here in A tier. It's not a good game, but it's so fun. I don't think I've ever played the game and not had a good time playing it. It's a very fun game. If you find yourself having the opportunity to play it like on an emulator or something, I highly recommend it. If you don't like the game, you'll at least find something funny about it. It's got some decent humor, decent writing and whatnot. So, and I also wanted to speedrun that game this year. I haven't finished learning the entirety of the speedrun, but I do have a video in which I do have a VOD in which that does in fact happen. So, yeah, it was fun. It was cool little game. Endless Monday. Should be here. Yeah, Endless Monday. Endless Monday. It was a cool little game. Endless Mondays. I probably put it around the mid tier. You know what I mean? It's not like an amazing 12 out of 10 game, but it was a cute little indie game. Nice to spend some time on. Just waste some time on. So, yeah, it was cool. It was nice. It was cool. Pretty chill. For anyone who doesn't know, though, I played 68 games this year. At least as of right now. Technically, we're about to start finally getting level 69. Next up, we got Mother 3. Mother 3 is one of the, when I first started playing JRPGs, that's one of the first ones I ever played. That goes into A tier only because I already regard it really highly. It's the first game that ever made me cry. Like, there's just the ending is just so beautiful. I played that this year for stream as well. All these games I play for stream, unless I say otherwise, really. But yeah, it's just a beautiful game, man. If you're interested in Earthbound, or you didn't particularly care for the flavor of Earthbound and wanted it to be a little bit more like linear and more story focused, you should definitely play Mother 3. It's very good. First one that isn't on here, Hi-Fi Rush. So let me go grab a picture of Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush. What do I put this? It was a good game, but I didn't finish it because I don't know. I think I just felt done with it. So this is gonna go. It's not a bad game by any means, but I'm just gonna put that in B tier. It was fun. It had some good music, but yeah. Another one that's not on this, Pokemon Black. I didn't actually finish Pokemon Black. I started it because I was messing around with using some mods to switch the starters, because the starters are cool, but I think it would be more interesting if we had like a different like triad, you know what I mean? So it's always fire, grass, and what's it called? Fire, grass, and water. I thought it'd be interesting to try to change it. So I did it like I think it was Darkness Steel or Darkness, was it Darkness Fairy Steel? It was fighting. Excuse me, Darkness Fairy Fighting or Dragon Fairy Fighter, something like that. It was a different triad that I did. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I tried messing around with that. I didn't finish it. And Pokemon Black and Black and White, as far as I'm aware, is one of the best like story-wise games. So, Pokemon Black, because I didn't actually finish it. I'm gonna put this D tier. I'm gonna put this D tier as didn't finish. That's not how you spell finish. Didn't finish, can't judge. Is gonna go right here. Chat, what kind of game did you guys play this year? What did you guys play? What was your guys' game of the year? Persona 5 Tactica. It was cool. That can go right here in A tier. This is not ordered. Maybe I'll order it a bit. But it was cool. It was a nice continuation of. Well, I can't even really say continuation because it doesn't really pick up on previous Persona 5 or Strikers. It's just something that kind of exists in its own. Like it's 100% True Blue spin-off game. But it had some good moments in there. It had some pretty decent moments in there. I do recommend playing it if you're interested in Persona or the tactic style gameplay. Tactic style gameplay is definitely more in-depth than just regular like turn-based. I do like thinking of the comfort zone. It was pretty cool. Love Esquire is not on here, but we did that for a Waifu Wednesday. Let's see if I can get like a non-raunchy picture. Here, this one's fine, I guess. It's AVI. All right. I think I felt kind of frustrated because of Love Esquire though. Love Esquire can go in C tier. It wasn't like it had some like the game itself was solid, but like I don't know. I felt like it could have done more than what it was, or maybe more than what I got to. So that's gonna be the first C tier. It was fun. Goodbye Volcano High. That should be here, right? Yeah, right. Goodbye Volcano High. You know, I think I'm gonna put that Goodbye Volcano High can be in S tier. It was a very good self-contained story. It was good, like I played it in one day. That's probably like a 2-day kind of game. You know what I mean? It had a very nice story to it. I think it was very interesting. For those who don't know, it's basically a dinosaur game where all the dinosaurs are in fucking high school, and it's about the comet coming to, or the meteor or whatever, coming to hit Earth and wipe out existence as we know it, and it's about what's really important to you as you spend your final days. It's pretty good. So Goodbye Volcano High goes into S tier. It's choice based too, if that matters to you. Hello, Wheeze. Merry Christmas to you. Black Box LLS. That didn't really stick with me all that much. It was an interesting premise, but it felt like just like a prologue of what the actual game was. That's gonna go in B tier. That game was free if you're interested in trying that one. Let's see. Next one is Tekken 8. Tekken 8. That's gonna go in B tier as well. Tekken was very fun when it first came out, but I think as time moved on past it, I think I've kind of exited out of my honeymoon phase for fighting games. Like I think that was the one that really did it for me. It's fine. It's a completely fine game. I think a lot of other people had some issues with like the way that they were selling stuff, but I never even got into that controversy because I stopped playing it before any of that happened. What's the thing in C tier? That's Love Esquire. That was the one game that we played for Waifu Wednesday. But Tekken 8's fine. I don't have any issues with it, but I didn't particularly love it either. It goes in C tier, or it goes in B tier rather. let's see, Ace Attorney Justice for All. We actually finished that this year, me and Kelsey did. I'm gonna put that in high B tier. I think the third case in that game just brings the whole entire game down. It's fucking awful. The third case in that game is just terrible. But the overall premise of the game, the overall game is pretty good. Enjoyed playing it with Kelsey and doing a bunch of silly voices and everything for it as well. But so playing it with her probably brings it up a little bit, but that third case is just off. Next we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That's going in S tier. S tier because this is the only game that I've consistently played and kept playing. Played it yesterday. I played it throughout the whole entire year. I got you guys to play it. I think it's pretty decent. I think they've gotten better. I think Konami or whatever team they have on Master Duel has gotten better with how they're setting things up and whatnot. So I think that goes in S tier for me. That was probably one of my most played games this year. Persona 3 Reload. This game has been a long time coming. I think when Persona 5 dropped, can you zoom in on the list somehow? Is that better? Should it be bigger? Okay. So are you going in order you played them, or just choosing at random? I currently have it in order that I played it. So, Persona 3 Reload was a long time coming for me. Since Persona 5 came out, I've been wanting a remake of Persona 3. It only took 10 years. Not 10 years. I think when did Persona come out? 2020 or 2016. When did Persona 5 come out? Yeah, it came out in 2016. It was almost 10 years. Shit. That's it took 8 years for this game to get like a proper remake after Persona 5 came out. But here we are. I played it 3 times this year, which is insane because I barely play games twice. So I played it when it first came out. I immediately played it again for a challenge run, and then we just finished episode Aegis a couple weeks ago. So that definitely goes in the S tier. The music is amazing. It's like one of those things where it's like better than you remember from your childhood. Yeah, that goes in the S tier, no contest. Yume Nikki 2, or Yume Tuki. That's something I played with Magic. I'm gonna put this right there. It's not my kind of game, but being able to be shown one of Magic's something that she enjoys, I was very happy to experience it with her. It's a very weird, quirky game that you don't really need to. It's like you don't have to get invested in it. When you just turn on, you play it, run around people's room for a little bit, and turn it off. It was cool. It was cute. Alice is just an S tier company when it comes to games. Yeah, I don't think they have many games that I've played that I didn't like. I have things about them that I didn't like, but I like all of the game. Speaking of Atlas, SMT3 Nocturne, which is, I think that was my first SMT game. No, there it is. Right here, SMT3 Nocturne. I'm gonna put that in high A tier. So that was technically my first SMT game. No, that's not true because I played SMT5. SMT5 was my first SMT game, and then I went back and played SMT3 this year. It's a good game. Gameplay wise, it's just very, very solid overall. It makes you really feel like you earned it because of how hard the bosses and everything are. That said, the story leaves something to be desired, which is what was keeping it from S tier. It's just the characters, man. They want you to choose an ideology based on the characters, but you don't spend any time with the characters, and they just immediately become assholes when you see them again in Ruined Tokyo. So, your hair kind of looks like Jack Sparrow's. You trying to say I look like a pirate? Yeah, it's a good game. Like I said, the story leaves something to be desired. There's just no reason for you to not do one of the particular options, in my opinion. One of the routes. Plus, it gives you the most amount of content as opposed to the other 2 routes that you do. or the other few routes that you do. So it's a good game. Definitely, if you want to try out an old like good Atlas game, SMT3 is where to go. It's going to be in high A tier for me. Balatro. Balatro's going here. It's not going. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, we're ordering it and putting it there. Balatro is. I was playing Balatro literally yesterday. Balatro is just an amazing game. It makes you feel smart even if you didn't really do anything specific. If you had to choose between Raito or Dante in the remake, what? Do you have to? Don't you have to choose between Raito or Dante in the remake? You have the option to, I believe, but I went for Dante because why would I not go for Dante? Raito is cool, but he's not Dante. Balatro is for, I'm sure everybody knows because it was nominated for Game of the Year. But it's a good gameplay ass game. If you want to just turn it on, play a couple rounds, and then move on, it's really good for that. You want to have something on the background, just a podcast or whatnot. There's so much stream. It's a good game. I liked it. I still like it. I'm still playing it. I got a couple of people to play. I got a filler to play. It's a good game. It's definitely one of those games where like you feel like you're an anime character. It's, you know how like an anime character pulled random bullshit out of their ass at the last second to win? That's what Balatro is, but it's poker, and I love it. Back to Atlas, we have SMT Strange Journey. I'm gonna put that in A tier, but I'm gonna put it above Persona 5. Did you play Bomber Cyberpunk this year or last year? That was last year. Otherwise, that would be up here. That would be fucking S tier. Strange Journey Redux was cool. Like I said, I had some issues with the. I understand why people have issues with the endings for Redux. I think for me, the game is a little bit grindy. Like it feels incredibly grindy, which I don't particularly care for. But I think overall the experience of it was really nice. I enjoyed playing it on stream with you guys. I enjoyed that everything was voice acted, even if it was Japanese only. Everything being voice acted was pretty cool. And I actually quite enjoy a lot of the characters there. Even if I enjoyed shitting on them, I like that there are a lot of different ethnicities. Like one of the main characters is fucking Hispanic, and like the big boss dog is black. And I really like seeing stuff like that. Especially in Japanese media, because that doesn't happen. Literally everything. I mean, even in other Shin Megami Tensei games, everything happens in fucking Tokyo, right? So I like seeing them try their hand at different things. It's really cool. I like that game. I enjoyed it. I probably will not play it a second time. It's one of those things where I probably just tell other people to try it and then just move on. But it's a really good game. Pretty sure your SMT marathon you started watching more. Really? I mean, you showed up at around like October of last year, didn't you? You joined Magic because she was playing the Pokemon game. It's not an actual Pokemon game. I can't remember it at the moment. Cassette Beasts. And then you started hanging out in the Discord. Raito 2. So we didn't actually get to finish Raito 2 because I had to cancel it because my hands were being destroyed by it. Raito Kuzunoha 2. I should put it here, but I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put Raito 2 in B tier because I enjoyed when I played in that game. I think that game was really fun. The only reason we didn't finish it is because it was destroying my hands, pressing all the button mashing all the attack buttons and whatnot. It's a very fun game. Yeah, no, Raito 2 is pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know what else to say about that. Raito is just a cool dude. Cool, he's just a cool, smooth dude.
That's right, boys. Mondo cool.
It's a really cool playstyle when it comes to an SMT game. Indeed. I really want, if they had to remake an SMT game, I want it to be Double Star. Raito Kuzunoha deserves a second chance with the more Devil May Cry kind of like style. I think it deserves that. Digital Devil Saga. I technically didn't finish that, but I did play most of it. I didn't finish it because it had an issue that that a lot of Atlas games have. Let's do that. So, Digital Double Saga goes. I'll put it under right after. So, Digital Double Saga is cool. I really like the concept of it. I really like the story of it. The part where it falls flat to me is the gameplay, specifically towards the end. The last dungeon, that's where it falls apart for me. Because it's just long and drawn out. It feels like filler. The last section of dungeon, it just feels like filler. Like they just added more and more stuff that just kept going and going and going. And I really just want to be done with it. It was not kosher to my mental health, man. But I would like to see that game done again too, because I think it has some interesting ideas. Like you beating the demon, I think is pretty cool, as opposed to recruiting demons. I think they could do a lot of cool stuff if they ever try to do it in the digital world. Trails of Reverie. That's something that I played on my own time. I did not stream it because I didn't play the other trail. And I did not finish it. I didn't finish it because I got distracted with other stuff. AVIF files are ugly. Stop uploading things with AVIF. I'm just gonna put this here. I don't know how that stacked up to the rest of the games. The rest of the Trails games, but the Trails games tend to be pretty fucking amazing. I've said Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel is my favorite, is like the best written story I've ever experienced in a game. Like, hands down. It was one of those things where I got to the end of like the first game, and then I immediately had to play the next game, and then it just kept going and going and going because I had to know what I needed to know what happened next. So, Trails of Reverie, probably a good game. I didn't finish it though to know what was going on. It felt like a nice little, like it was going to be a nice cap off on the Trails of Cold Steel story. The FF games are going to be on a separate tier list, right? And I think I can make this list a bit longer because the games that you see here are the games that I either finished or didn't need to finish. That's the pre-written ones down. That's why I'm adding them as I go. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and add the Final Fantasy list to this. Let's look at water. All right, next, Buckshot Roulette. I wish this game was bigger. This is gonna go on the top of B tier, only because it could go bottom B tier. Let's put it bottom B tier. It's a great game. I enjoyed my time with that game. My only issue with it is that it doesn't have more of it. You know what I mean? I wanted there to be a story. I wanted there to be like, what's the reason we're doing here? If it had that, it would probably go in S tier. But as a cute little $2 game, I think I got it, $2. $2 game where you do a little gamba. It was cool. I liked it. Let me turn my face cam off here for like 2 seconds. If I gotta blow my nose, I don't think I want to see that. They added multiplayer to Buckshot Roulette. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I can see that game using some multiplayer. I think that's probably a really good multiplayer game to have, honestly. Did I put it in? Yeah, I did. All right, so now we need Second for Love. Yes, Goat Army. Can I get a picture of just the goat? There we go. That's fine. Sucker for Love, Date to Die For. That's gonna go. I didn't finish it, but that's gonna go about right here in B tier. I didn't finish it because it also kind of got a little grindy, and I was like, yeah, I'll finish it later, and I just never did. That's gonna be a running trend here. But I played most of that game. I just didn't get the actual final ending because I was getting a little drained by the end of it because I was trying to do it all in one stream. But it's a cute little game. Those games are always really funny. My favorite accessory is anytime your little romantic interest over here gets a little frisky, you squirt him with a spray bottle. You get spray bottle and go, no, bad. Stop that. No segs. But it was a cute game. I liked it. Punch Out for the Wii. Punch Out for the Wii. That's gonna go. I'll put that at the bottom of the tier. I didn't finish that game, and it's hard. I didn't finish that game because it's hard. But Punch Out for the Wii is fucking cool, bro. Even on emulator, where I can't actually do the thing where I want you can't like actually use like the hands and everything with the Wii sticks. You technically can do it, but I wouldn't feel like setting up my emulator for it. It's a cool game. I quite enjoyed it. But I just like boxing, so that probably would have gotten here just on the premise of being boxing by itself. Kirby Superstar Ultra. You know what? I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier as well because you get to play as Meta Knight, and Meta Knight is cool. But I think that Kirby Superstar Ultra is a great game, like a first Kirby game in my opinion. Because I think it's really kind of relaxing and enjoyable, and if you want a challenge, it can get harder. Excuse me. And I think it's a good intro to Kirby just in general. When has a Kirby game been bad? I am not a Kirby connoisseur, so I am not the person to ask for that. But the Kirby games that I have played are pretty good. Okay. Hades. That's gonna go right here. How could you not like Hades? Hades got Game of the Year like 2 years ago, right? Didn't it? I'm pretty positive it did, right? Hades is just a good game. Like, good game, good written characters, voice acted. I mean, come on. Hades is just good. Do I even need to explain myself for that one? Hades 2, though. Mind you, it is in early access still. So it's not a complete game. But from what I played of it, which you guys saw, Hades 2 is going to go down here. Now, mind you, it's in early access right now, so it's not a complete game, but Hades 2 is going to go down here. I felt it didn't feel as refined or put together as Hades 1, but like I said, it's in early access. There's probably a lot of stuff that they need to, like, they want to tweak and make better. So I think my main thing is that the weapons did not feel all that great to use, personally. But all the rest of the stuff, the character writing, the things that you can do in the game, that's all there. So, and that by itself was enough to keep it out of C tier. But that's not a finished game, so I'm not going to judge that too harshly. Read Only Memories Neurodriver, which is technically a sequel to Read Only Memories, which I played, which is one of the first games I ever played on when I started streaming. And that is going to go. I think I'm gonna put that above there right here. Cute game about lesbians, and it just takes place in the same world as Read Only Memories. It didn't really have anything to do with it. It's technically a sequel, but it's not really. It's the Academia music, right? It is. The song has been stuck in my head. So, it's a good game. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Let's see if I can give some more. It's a story-based game. It's pretty linear. So once once you know the story of it, you don't necessarily need to play it unless you just like the vibes. But I really like the way that it did. It's a nice, like, it's got like a little mental health undernote to it, undertone for it, and you know, I quite enjoyed my time with it. If you like story-based games, I definitely recommend that one. It was interesting, and it's pretty short too. It's not that long. Actually, I think my complaint about it was that I wanted it to be longer. Which, if you want things to be longer, it's pretty good. Hello, Rescue Squad. Merry Christmas. Next up, we have Pokerogue. Pokerogue is high A tier. The reason why it's not S tier is because I'm biased and I haven't beat me. But Pokerogue is fucking amazing. I think everybody should play. If you like Pokemon and you enjoy roguelikes, I think you should play it before Nintendo slaps it out of existence. That is an amazing fan game. It has, despite the fact that it's not an actual Pokemon game, I think it has one of the better Pokemon stories. It's just you keep going, you keep grinding, you keep fighting, and you keep fighting, and you just can't lose, because if you lose, the game's over, and people are triggered by that, and I appreciate that. The game's too hardcore is because of dog shit. No, I'm holding a grudge. I'll admit that. But actually, I think the clip played earlier during the intro, where you fight the rival, and the rival gets so mad that he pulls out a shiny Rayquaza to fight you. That's fucking insane. No rival is as good in Pokemon as the rival in Pokemon. Just saying. Like, it's fucking good. It's pretty goddamn good, I'm saying. Pikmin 1. This one's fun. Nope. It is not fun. It is an AVIF file. Stop making AVIF files. They're not good. Alright, Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 is good. Is a good game. I'm just not good at it. I'm gonna put that one. Put that at the bottom of A tier. We got a new emote because of Pikmin. It's the pour one out for the homies. Pour one out for the dead Pikmin, man. Those are my homies for real. Pikmin 1 is a good game. It's an older game, so there's some quality of life things that I could see being used to improve it, such as like not mashing the button because it hurts your hands. But it's a survival horror game. I quite appreciate that. I think that game is dangerous for me specifically because I want a perfect run, and that game has a way for you to make it a perfect run. However, don't do that. If you're like me and you're a perfectionist, do not play that game. Do not play it the first time trying to perfect. Just try to enjoy the game and try to do as much as you can. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Pikmin 1 optimization is the name of the game. If you're bad at that, it's not that I'm bad at it. It's that I really wanted something specific to happen, and it just wasn't. The funny game where you can get an entire species of funny looking plant people to extinct because you walked too far into a water by accident. Listen, man, I don't understand how plant people are drowning. Next we have Yuppie Psycho. Hey, my yuppie going psycho. It is. Come on. Come with me. That's gonna go in B tier as well. I didn't finish that one. I didn't finish it because I didn't want to. But it had a lot of, I like the puzzles in it. I like the story in it. It didn't click with me specifically. You know what I mean? But I had no issues with it. It's a really good game. If you like horror stuff, if you like pixel art specifically, I would recommend that one. But for me, it was just okay. If I skimmed around if you water it too much, yes, but like they were in it for 2 seconds and was around the beating. Get it? I know. Next we have Multiverses. I'm actually very disappointed with Multiverses. That's gonna go in bottom. I thought it was gonna be like a good, like, it's not like it's a bad Smash clone, but like I don't know. We played it like the few times. I think Samurai Tortoise, the person I had helped me play it, or I played with rather. I don't think he's played it since its actual release. If he has, he's played it offline. I've seen him stream it. I don't know, man. I'm gonna hit you with the clean ass. In fact, this tier is gonna be changed to . Yeah. Right. There you go. These are now the tiers. Sonic Heroes. Bruh. None of y'all say. Sonic Heroes is an amazing game. Good music, good vibes. I technically didn't finish it because I couldn't keep mashing my fucking finger on the button to get the chaos in. I would have done it if my hands, bro. My hands, son. I did it when I was a kid. I don't have anything to prove to you, bro. But that game is amazing. My only complaint about it is that it felt very rushed in terms of production, but I don't care about that, man. That's my childhood. That was one of the first Sonic games that was one of the first games I ever beat. Crash 2 Insanity and Sonic Heroes are one of the first games I ever beat as a kid. Silent Hill Ascension. That's technically not a game, but I'm putting it on here. And it gets a new tier. Make it. Oh man. Silent Hill Ascension gets its own tier. Because what the fuck was that, bro? Silent Hill Ascension is just like. Hope you didn't like Silent Hill, because if you do like Silent Hill, it's just gonna make you mad. This was very fun to laugh at, but as an actual product, dog, that was oh boy, man. People paid money for that. I feel bad if you paid money for that. It had a very interesting concept, but like everything, and I mean everything, went wrong for it, bro. If I didn't have Magic and Dizzy with me to laugh at that, I don't know what. No, man. It's just not good. It's just not good. But now we have SMT Vengeance, and SMT Vengeance goes up. The game made me go through multiple existential crises while watching it. Yeah, it's not good. It's very bad. Get yourself a nice, if you want to laugh, get yourself some friends, throw it on, get yourself a drink, and just laugh. Silent Hill Ascension is not. But SMT5 is amazing. My only problem with it being is that you have to run through the game 2 times if you want the super boss. I don't want the super boss. Also, the business practice of delisting the original one and delisting the original one and not carrying over save. Actually, I think if you did have it on the Switch and you bought SMT5 Vengeance on the Switch, it does carry over your save file. Does it carry over your save file? Maybe it didn't. Anyway, delisting games is not cool. Don't do that. But Vengeance is good. If you're gonna get like a definitive version of the game, Vengeance is pretty good. It has some really nice quality of life changes to it as well. Recommend that one. If you like SMT, if you want a harder JRPG, if you want hard Pokemon, play SMT5. Baldur's Gate. All right, this one I'm gonna catch some flack for. I'm gonna catch some flack for this one. I'm not into Baldur's Gate at all. I'll put it at the top of it. I don't know. I still don't know why. I don't know if it's the fantasy setting. I don't know if I don't like the characters. I don't think that's true. I like the characters. I guess I don't love them. To be fair though, I didn't get that far into it to love them, and it's a really long game. I know for a fact that game is like a 200-hour plus game. Exaggeration. But it just wasn't for me. I did not care to try to get further in the game, honestly. Did you stream Brawl Weekend on this channel? Or is that Magic streamed it because she loves the game, but that was after I played it. She streamed it for the first time. I'm just not into it, man. I don't know what it is about it that I'm not into, but I didn't care. I understand that I'm probably wrong, and I know for a fact I haven't gotten far enough into it to get like the nice nuances and everything, but it wasn't for me. The game was just not for me. Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects, another childhood game. I'm gonna put that in here. I played the PSP version. The PSP version I spent a lot of time with as a child. I played it again, and it's still it's not good, but it's fucking fun. It's an arena fighter, and having any kind of fighting game with Marvel characters, I think is going to be a good time. It's hard, it's very unfair, but it's a fun time. Duel Academy. Let me see if I can find that. Duel Academy is going to go at the bottom of good games, and the reason why Duel Academy is going at the bottom of the games is because it is a good game, but it's so slow. I don't even think there's actually a story that goes on in that game. You have to do so much in order to get like something to happen. I don't think if you like Yu-Gi-Oh, it's a fun game and you can use it to practice and whatever. If you like old Yu-Gi-Oh, but at that point, there are better outlets and better things you could be doing to play old Yu-Gi-Oh. I think the concept of it is fun, but we didn't even get any kind of like plot or anything to go along with the game, so it goes at the bottom of good games. It only gets to good games mostly because it's Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh is fun to me. Sonic Advance 2. I don't know why I didn't put Sonic Advance 2 in here to begin with. Sonic Advance 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. That is going right above Sonic Heroes. Sonic Advance 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I understand why some people have some complaints on it, like the level design is kind of fucky, but I think the level design gets kind of mitigated once you play through it a couple of times and you learn the level design. Then you really earn the right to go fast, and it feels so good. It feels so good to run through that game. I blitz through that game every year on my birthday now. It's now a birthday tradition for me to go through that game. I think I can make a good guess of what the game of the year is. Go for it. Guess what my game of the year is. I won't confirm or deny because we'll get to it, but you can take a guess. Sonic Advance 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. If you like Sonic and if you like GBA games, that one. Play it. Next we have Tag Force 6. Tag Force 6 is going at the top of good games. That game is also really... Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put it here. I'll put it in the middle of very good games, actually. P3R, metaphor for one of the two. Tag Force 6 is such a good experience. It is a Yu-Gi-Oh game in which you yourself, the player, get inserted as an OC into the world of Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, and you go through the plot of Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds as if you were a main character. You get to do tag duels, which is a very unique experience with AI controlled, not controlled, but
Official Throat has resumed for 22 months with message Merry Christmas my love. Thanks for 22 months of support, Nick. Merry Christmas to you too. Let's keep the magic and mischief alive in our whimsical adventures. Here's to more joyful moments together.
Official Throat, thank you so much for the resub. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're doing well. I hope your life is treating you well and everything. We gotta hang out sometime, dog. For real. If you've been talking about doing a collab for like actual years now, it still hasn't happened. I'll get you on here one of these days. Tag Force 6 is an amazing game, as I was saying. The fact that they put you in the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, like, I don't know why Konami stopped making games, the Tag Force games, because that's just an amazing concept and it's a very fun experience. The only issue with it is that I think the game is grinding because you have to do a lot of duels in order to get the plot to keep going, and that gets kind of draining over time. But otherwise, that game is amazing in concept. It has full voice. It has voice acting for all the actual duels. Like every character, even random Joe Schmo number 8 is got like a voice acting thing going on when you actually physically get into the game. Everything's 3D animated. There's animations for stuff when you do some iconic stuff like summon Stardust Dragon, attack with Stardust Dragon, everything like that. It's an amazing concept, and they should do it more often. And I don't know why they haven't. I'm truly loving you with your dreads. I like them too. I like my dreads. Hey. Still waiting for the VR Yu-Gi-Oh! That's coming out eventually. The VR Yu-Gi-Oh! I think will be pretty cool. If I do, probably not. If I do get Yu-Gi-Oh! If I do get a VR set, it will be for that. Because that's gonna be cool. I think that's a really cool concept and it makes sense to try it. But I don't know. VR usually would probably make me nauseous due to my vermin. Next we have Slay the Princess. I played this twice this year. So that's going right up there at the top of the very good. Actually, you know what? I'll put it right here. Put it, I highly recommend it. I played that twice this year. Recommended it to a friend. Streamed it. I think they enjoyed it as well. Having any game that has like choice-based decisions and has a lot of dialogue, has a lot of dialogue and is fully voice acted, should probably go into highly recommend just in general. But I think that game is very fun. I think there's a lot of different like nuance and different extrapolations you can make from it if you really wanted to. It's just an amazing game. If you like waifus and you like dating sims, play Slay the Princess. There better be a simulation of the first Yu-Gi vs. Kaiba fight in VR. I can't imagine that they wouldn't do that. I would imagine that if they're doing a VR thing, they're just gonna put in like the first like batch of cards from like build format, and then just keep it simple and then just build on top of it. I can't imagine they would do something like. I can't imagine they put in like every current card into that game and have everything. That's a lot of work. I would imagine that they would just build on top of it. You know what I mean? But Slay the Princess goes in a highly recommend. If you haven't played it yourself, do so. Zenless Zone Zero. Endless Zone Zero, it can go in good games. It's one of the gacha games, not the biggest fan of gacha games, honestly, and not because they're bad or anything. It's just I don't play them. But as far as how the game felt, it felt very fun to play. I think it was a very well put together game in terms of action combat. It felt good to play, and I understand why people would get addicted to it. Pulling for the waifus and whatnot, I get it. I understand, and they felt very fun to play. So I get it. Probably would still play Devil May Cry over that, mostly because I don't really have like an action. I was gonna say an action kink, so we'll go with that. I don't really have an action kink that happens that often that I need to play every day, and I need to pull for my waifus every time. Insert gambling joke here. Thank you for your inserted gambling joke. I appreciate it. But I mean, it was good. It was a good game. I only played it the one time, but I thought it was cool. Kingdom Hearts 2. Very good game. I've already said my piece about Kingdom Hearts. I played the game on Critical for the first time this year. I didn't do Critical Level 1. I can't imagine doing half the stuff in Critical Level 1. Playing it on Critical for the first time and actually proving like skills and whatnot and beating the Lingering Will on Critical mode. That game, it's it's fucking hard. If you're playing on the hardest difficulty, of course it's hard. But I don't know. I think there's something that all the rest of the Kingdom Hearts game doesn't do that Kingdom Hearts 2 does do. I don't know. The experience of Kingdom Hearts 2 is very meaningful to me. It's a part of my childhood. I mentioned before during the podcast that I didn't actually play Kingdom Hearts 2 like fully for myself until I got into college. And even then, even knowing everything that I knew about the game and playing it for the first time, it was do critical mode level 1 run or you're not a true gamer? No. I'm not gonna prove shit to any of y'all. Yeah, no, Kingdom Hearts 2 is just solid. It's just a good game. There's a lot of ways for you. There's a lot of customization in the way that you play the game. If you want to go mage, you can. If you want to do all combat, you can. There are different ways you can change your strategy so that you can switch it on the fly. It's just a good game. It's just a really good feeling game. Shadow the Hedgehog 2005. I'm gonna put it at the top of because the game isn't good, but I had fun with it. Can I use you? It's not Shadow the Hedgehog is not a good game, but I had fun with it for the little bit that I played of it. I think as time has passed, it's probably a lot better than people were saying that it was, but that by no means does that make it a good game. But I had fun with it. It's fun. Excuse me. Sonic 2006. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of good game. It's not a good game, but you can still have fun with it. The game is fucking awful. However, running around and breaking the game in half is still pretty fun. We had some fun glitches and fun mishaps that happened when I played the game earlier this year, so I thought that was fun. All right, we're getting into the Final Fantasy portion of it now, so bear with me while I get these. Any bad game any bad game is good with a group of people. That is not true. There are some games that are just straight up bad. Like I would actually there are a few games where I find boring. And I think having a boring game is far worse than having a bad game, because I don't know. There's something about if you can't even have fun playing the game, like you can have fun playing Sonic 06. You cannot have fun playing a boring game. But here we go. We're going into the Final Fantasy portion of this list. Give me a second to drink some water. Alright, Final Fantasy 1. I can go right now. It's a very standard game. You can't really expect too much because that game came out in like the 80s, I think. So, and even the Pixel Remaster version is still just the same game that they add a little bit more to. But it's still a solid game. Like, it's a solid, like, it's a solid JRPG. I still can't believe how broken Monk was in that. We've played so many, I don't remember how good it was. I do remember turning everyone into Monk. Everyone would just punch him hard. Can I find a good picture from him? We'll just do this one. Alright, Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy 2 was better than Final Fantasy 1, so I'll put that there. Second versus same as the first. It's a good game. Final Fantasy 13. We are not doing this in order anymore, but Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 is getting put in fucking bruh. That's a good question though. Is Final Fantasy 13 worse than Silent Hill Ascension? You know what? Silent Hill Ascension is something you have to go out of your way to experience. Final Fantasy 13 is worse than Silent Hill Ascension. It's just not good, man. Even when you figure out the mechanics to the game, it's just the story isn't there, man. And for Final Fantasy, I think a lot of people play the Final Fantasy game for story, and it's just not there, bro. Everything is half baked. It's not a fun experience. I go into depth with that more later on. It's just not a fun game. And then it's hard on top of that. It's just a hard game on top of it. Like, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. The reason why I wanted to be a monk is because you already took Twitter. That's true. I did name everybody. I did name the characters after everybody in chat because I didn't. I didn't prepare any rap groups ahead of time. That's right. I remember. 13-2. Lightning does not deserve to be on this. Can I get a picture of not Lightning? Lightning does not. Yeah, it's Sarah. Technically, Lightning's in this picture too. All right, 13-2. 13-2 is actually a decent game. I stopped playing it because, again, it got grinding and that drove me insane. Hello, Naira.
Nerux has raided the channel with 3 viewers. Welcome Nerux and viewers. Let's soar through our whimsical realm with chaos and magic. Get set for an exciting adventure brimming with mischief and joy. Together, we'll craft unforgettable moments.
Hello, Nairu. How was the rest of your stream? You were playing some retro game. Maybe we'll load that out real quick. Nairu's playing some retro games. I think he's going through like a little retro fix while he's to offset his main game, which I think is Dragon Age Origins at the moment, unless he finished it. He plays Splatterhouse and Turricane. Was Splatterhouse the one with Jason Voorhees? Or is that the one that just looks like this guy, Jason Voorhees? FF10 later? Yeah, we're doing the tier list right now. My bad. We even had a joke. We had an ongoing joke about how being a dipshit for a bit. Yeah, for 13-2. 13-2 is actually, I think, it's a good game. That said, it's still Final Fantasy 13, so it goes at the bottom of good game. It's way better than 13. Like, it's a put together game. It has a story it wants to tell. It has an actual point to the story it wants to tell. And lightning is minimally in it. The reason why I didn't finish is because I was tired of running through and fighting everything every 3 seconds. That was really annoying to me. And I think a lot of older games have that issue. A lot of older JRPGs have that issue, where it's just a bunch of running into enemies and fighting for the sake of fighting. And it's just, Earthbound was ahead of its time, where you can run into enemies and just insta-kill them. It was ahead of its time, really. And I think more games need to have that. I like Final Fantasy 13 Trilogy because I like Hope, and I'm happy so many people like him. Naru is lying. Naru hates Final Fantasy 13. He's Final Fantasy 13's biggest hater, actually. And then I didn't play 13-3. So much so that it's not even on the tier list. I didn't even write it down as the game I played because I didn't play 13-3. The way that Final Fantasy 13 is, it didn't deserve my time. We just watched the cutscenes and moved on to play. I think we even did it in the same stream, so we didn't have to worry about it. Final Fantasy 3. I don't think I finished Final Fantasy 3, did I? Yeah, because I got fed up with the job system and just stopped playing. AVIF. Stop making AVIF files. They're not good. Final Fantasy 13-3 can go down there. Can't say if it was a bad game or not because I really didn't get that far into it. I just didn't like the job system. The job system was incredibly frustrating. Hookah Haze. That was a game that was recommended to me by Magic. And we didn't finish that one. But I still... Let's get this one with the titties out. But never mind. It's It's an AVIF file. Stop making AVIF files, I swear. Hookah Haze was, it was a fun movie. I didn't finish it because I was bored. And by bored, I mean like I was just done. Like it wasn't like bad as in it was boring. I was just done. I'll put it at the bottom of good games. It's better than 13-2 because it has a point. So, it was a cute little game. Just a cute little story. Cute in quotation marks because there's definitely some trauma going on. But it had a point, and I enjoyed the little time that I took with it. And now we're going to Final Fantasy IV. Hold on. Final Fantasy IV. I think this is the first Final Fantasy that hit hard. Like, this is the one with Cecil, right? That's my boy Cecil. Like, this is the first one, like, where, like, the story was actually popping up. I'll put it up here. I'll put it right there. This one. Yeah. I think that it actually had a point to the story. There were a lot of things that I think they could have changed if they tried to do it again. However, for what it was a really cool story. I enjoyed the story a lot. It was a nice, like, redemption arc and everything. And I think the characters are actually well written. The gameplay was just Final Fantasy. Like, it was just JRPG, so I can't really say too much about it. I think they did a lot right with it, and I think it was just a solid game. It was a solid. I can recommend that one to people. If you want to try out a Final Fantasy, like an old Final Fantasy game, I think I could recommend people to start with Final Fantasy. Wait, where did I put Final Fantasy 2? That's 3. Where's 2? 2 is over here. Yeah, for the Pixel remake of 2 specifically, I think was a lot better because it doesn't decrease their stats when you level up for certain jobs. And just having that kind of just breaks the game in half. Like, I enjoyed breaking that game. Breaking quotation marks. I don't think I actually did it to crack, but it was fine. Final Fantasy V. One of these days, you'll get a lost live stream of me finishing that game. But Final Fantasy V is very good as well. That's gonna go. Put it right here. Final Fantasy V is pretty decent. Sorry, sleep took over a little bit. I fucking woke up at like. I went to sleep early because I was tired, and I woke up at like midnight, and I was like, fuck, I gotta figure out how to go back to sleep. So I just took a bunch of fucking drugs, and I still didn't go back to sleep. So, it's still in my system. I'm still tired. But, Final Fantasy V is good. I enjoyed the job system way more than I enjoyed the job system in 3. They fixed a lot with it. I think it works a lot better in that game. Blue Mage is fucking crack. It's so cool. Being able to get your enemy's abilities, there's a lot of games where even in SMT, there are a lot of abilities that your opponents have that you don't get, and it's just fucking like they wreck shit, right? And then you finally get the Blue Mage and do shit and get the enemy's abilities and use them on them, and it's used in like it's relatively good. It's relatively easy to get them as well. It's just so good. It's fucking amazing. Had fun with that game. Didn't finish it because I wanted to be done with it, but I will finish that eventually. I'd still download it on my computer. I will do so. This may turn into a surprise sleep stream. I'm very good at staying up. Final Fantasy VI. Final Fantasy VI, though. Final Fantasy VI was my most anticipated Final Fantasy game for myself. Because I just knew. I knew I'd like this one. This is the Final Fantasy game where it starts going into sci-fi territory. and I like sci-fi. Magic sci-fi. Dog. That's going right under. I'll keep it under Pokemon. That's going right under there. That game. My only problem with Final Fantasy VI is that towards the end, the second half, it's kind of just like. It's kind of just like and then you lost, and then you immediately fixed everything out. Like, I would love to see a remake of Final Fantasy VI specifically, so you can get time to go into the world and start exploring how fucked up everything was because you didn't succeed in your mission. Like, it needed more time on the world building in the second half specifically, so you can see how fucked up it was. But we talked about that during the Final Fantasy playthrough. Otherwise, fucking amazing game. I loved it. Probably one of my favorites of the Final Fantasy VI. Love is all around. Love is all around, which is this one. That was the waifu game. We did that one for a waifu Wednesday. I'm gonna put it in honestly. I think I was spoiled because of the next entry, which is Knowledge or No Lady, which is this one. Knowledge or No Lady is fucking amazing. Put it above Crash Insanity. Knowledge or No Lady is fucking amazing game. I think the only complaint that I have with Knowledge or No Lady is how they do completion. Completion kind of sucks in that because you have to go through and see specific things in a certain way and then finish the scene. So it's kind of like a drag to get through it, even though you've seen the route or you've seen what happens in the thing. And you have the ability to skip it. They don't want you to skip it because that's how you get the completion chat. You played this around when I started DS3. I don't remember saying DS3, but Knowledge of No Lady is fucking weird. I think if you like waifu games, you should play that one. That one was a top tier fucking waifu. Amazing, actually. Beautiful. Dark Souls. I know. Yeah, I know. I know what DS3 is. Next is Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII. I think I like my playthrough of Final Fantasy VII more than I probably would like the actual game. Because it's funny, because we lost, and us losing is our canonical ending. Sephiroth won for us. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check it out. Go check out the VODs for it. But Final Fantasy VII, it was really good. I don't think I'll put it higher than Final Fantasy VI, so I'm gonna put it under Sonic Heroes. But having all the mods and everything for it, having a fully voice acted mod, which is really cool, that was cool. Having the mods to add stuff to it, breaking the game in half because of the mods, I think it was a really fun experience that I specifically had. I don't know. I enjoyed it. And having Sephiroth talk shit to you during Supernova was really cool. And now I'm super late. Well, welcome in, super late. I am Infinite Dragon. Ha 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 ha! Laugh at my joke. Right, Final Fantasy VIII. Oof. I kind of forgot about Final Fantasy VIII. Let's get this very nice picture of school. Final Fantasy, this one's going for bruh for me, bro. I did not care for Final Fantasy. I think that game, so I learned after the fact that you can break that game in half very easily at that. But if you don't know how to break the game in half and you're playing the game normally, it's just miserable. It's not fun. Now, granted, I will cut them some slack. It's not worse than Final Fantasy 13. I think I'll put it at the top of bruh. I think if you knowing what you're doing, it's fun, but if you don't know what you're doing and you're just playing the game normally, it's just a slog to get through. It's just not interesting. The menu system is much uglier. It's not. I have a lot of issues with that game. I understand why people like it. I think they enjoy the fact that you can break it in half, but I don't think anything about that game felt like refreshing or new or innovative. In a sense, for me to like it more than what I actually do. It's not. I didn't enjoy myself with Final Fantasy VIII. Probably. Where did I put 3? 3 is up. Didn't hit. Okay, yeah, 3's down. I just want to make sure that was ordered right. I'm sure people have fun with it. I didn't. Honey Pop 2. Let me make sure I don't get a porn image. Yeah, this one. Okay. Honey Pop 2 is obviously something I did not play on stream. I played that on my own time. Waifu game. It's a very good waifu game. I did not finish it, and I haven't finished it yet. Put it next to. I have not finished it yet. That's what my intent was when I started playing it. My intent to playing Honey Pop 2 was to actually beat it. The final boss is really fucking hard, and this is to anybody who doesn't know. For whatever reason, your Steam save file does not just save your progress. So if you delete the game and re-download the game, you will not have your save file. So don't do that. Intend to beat the game first before you decide to uninstall the game off of your hard drive. So I have to play the game all the way from the beginning. But it's a fun game. I enjoy it. Again, any fully voice acted game with a lot of text deserves to be in very good game, and that one is. And I really enjoy all the voice actresses in that game. It's very quality game. Final Fantasy IX. Why you keep giving me AVIF files? God. Stop. What the fuck? What? AVIF files aren't even good. JPEGs are better. Dear Lord, I'm gonna cry. There we go. Finally, JPEG. Alright, Final Fantasy IX. This is going up here. It's a better game than Final Fantasy VI. I think I enjoy Final Fantasy VI more, but Final Fantasy IX is just a better game. Very good story, very well interconnected character plot lines, I think. No, I don't think there are some small like grievances I have, like the fact that Freya's storyline just ends. I think she's probably one of the cooler characters in there. I wish Dragoons also did more in terms of gameplay, because I liked Freya. I think Freya is a really cool character, and she's just not worth using, honestly. Yeah, it had Vivi automatically a good game. This is true. It's just an amazing game. Vivi is a good character. I mean, Vivi is my son. Garnet's a good character. Freya got the short end of the stick. She got the short end of the stick. She did. It's sad. She deserved more. She deserved more, and she deserved better. Maybe when they remake it, she'll have more screen time. I hope they do. For a lot of these games, for Final Fantasy games, I would like to see them redo. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of things that are just like, even if they like re-release it, right? There's just some small things that I would like to see them do again, because there were some small things that did deserve some minor fixes. I think Final Fantasy IX is a solid game. I think so far, and it makes sense because it's the most recent one we played, but so far, Final Fantasy IX is the best Final Fantasy game we've played, and that includes with 13. God, good fucking movie. What is the green Crash Bandicoot game? Crash Twinsanity. Have you not seen that one, Naira? Crash Twinsanity is an absolutely broken mess of a game, and I love it. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I don't have a top 10 list, but it's on there. It's where I got my ability to break games. I just couldn't read it. Oh, okay. I'm still gonna play it. It's a very fun game. It's very fun. Soundtrack is hilarious. It is the only game I know with a fully a cappella soundtrack, and it's fucking amazing. We were listening to it during the podcast as well. I played a couple songs from it. It's a really good game. Night Trap. You should play the game, Nairo. You should play the game sooner rather than later. Not. All right, Night Trap. This one's a square. Night Trap? Fucking dog shit. Thinking right next to Love Best Player. It's not a good game. It's a very funny game. It's a very funny game, but Night Trap is not good. It's like prototype Five Nights at Freddy's. Like if you've ever seen, for those who don't know what Night Trap is like, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, but you have to interact with what's on the camera. You stream that with Magic, right? Yeah, we streamed it for Halloween. Hello, Mashkin. I didn't know you tried Baldur's Gate 3. I did. It's not for me. I don't have any problems with the games for me to say that it's like a game that like it's like bad or anything. It's just I didn't click with it. You know what I mean? What was I saying? Night Trap is not good. It's very funny. We did end up watching like the cutscenes all sprawled out without all the cutscenes without having any interruptions or like the canonical event of things. It's very funny. Definitely captures the old horror movie vibes pretty well. Not a good game. It's a fun game. You should play it. If you have the opportunity to, you should play it. Sweet Fuse. Sweet Fuse is gonna go. Sweet Fuse is one of the first dating sim. Actually, it was the first dating sim game I ever played. And it was it's a what is it? Otome. That's what it's called. It's an Otome game where you play as a girl and you get put into a Danganronpa's death game sort of like situation where you have to figure out puzzles and whatnot, which were pretty straightforward. I don't think any of the puzzles were that hard. But then you get to choose a boy and to date them, and it was one of the first games I ever played, if not actually the first one, and I enjoyed my time with it. Playing it again, it's a lot slower than I realized, but I didn't remember that it was fully voice acted, so that automatically puts it in good games. Wasn't that game banned for a while? What, Night Trap? Night Trap was banned for a while, I think, yes. Because it was too raunchy, but like I think the worst you see in there is a fucking woman in a nightie. About trying to stay alive, want to date somebody. Indeed, I think there's an actual developer, like a well-known developer in that game. I don't remember the name of them. Was it Kaki Inafune? There's a game developer in there, and it was like, oh, the game developer made a theme park, and you play as his niece, and his niece gets to run around and date these men that are much older than she is. But it was a fun romp. Exclusive Memory. I don't think I put that in. Exclusive Memory was the game that me and Magic played when we just saw a bunch of shit happening in the trailer and we were like, what the fuck is this? We need to see it. We were supposed to play Night Trap. Exclusive Memory. I'm gonna put in Can't Judge didn't finish because we didn't finish it, and that game was 100% on crack. We did not play enough of it to get the gist of it and see if it was actually any good or not. We only played enough of it to go. I mean, it's a game we played. It was very funny though. It was hilarious. But yeah, that's going in Can't Judge. Didn't finish Can't Judge. Now we have Sonic X Shadow. That's going immediately up here. Better than Ballot Girl? Was it better? Did I have more fun? I did. Oh, I did. I can go right there. Sonic X Shadow is a good game. They did my boy Shadow 100% justice. I don't know why they bothered to change the cutscenes in the Sonic portion of the game. There wasn't anything wrong with it, but they did. But you know, whatever. I didn't make the game. They just did Shadow right. They did the. I wish Shadow had more than what he got, but we already got just the game in and of itself was an actual like 4 games opposed to like 3 levels like I thought it was gonna be. So I can't complain too much. It was a very good, well put together game, and it made me feel things. And the Shadow the Hedgehog podcast that we did, where I talked about Shadow's character, everything that I said about his character was put into this game, and I think they really did him justice. I haven't seen the Sonic 3 movie yet. As soon as I get the availability to, I will. I've heard that it's very good. Your Honor, I successfully decompressed from the theater, and the guy who sat next to me that couldn't handle all the gore. Ha. I'm glad you had fun at the movies.
Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald?
Okay, next we have Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear. Wow. The gears do be guilty, chat. Nope, I didn't mean to hit download. Nope, stop it. Cut it out. What the fuck? What happened? No. Please stop. No, did it? Okay, cool. Thank God it didn't reset. Okay. Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive is still a very good game. I'll play it right here. I don't play fighting games as much as I used to anymore, but it's still a fun game. It's still a fun game to turn on and click buttons every once in a while. That is the end of that sentence. It's a good game. If you like fighting games, you want to try it out, and you haven't already played Strive, it's good. It's solid. It's a very solid game. They keep adding more stuff to it to make me keep going back to it, and I think that in of itself is probably enough to put it into good games, because I don't normally go back to games I've run before. So the fact that I keep going back to Guilty Gear Strive, even though I'm not really into fighting games as much as I used to be, I think that in and of itself says something. It's a good game. Pokemon TCG Pocket. Going up here. It's not better than Balatro or any of these other games, but that can go right here. I turn the game on every once in a while just to open up the packs. I've still not spent money on it, and I'm very happy that I haven't. It's very good. Collecting cards just feels good, you know what I mean? And not having to spend on the actual TCG is also very nice. Ace Attorney 3 is next. I've been playing that one by myself. Kelsey said she wanted to take a break from Ace Attorney, and I wanted to. One of the YouTubers I watch started playing Ace Attorney 1, and they've gotten super into it. I'm enjoying my time with Ace Attorney 3. I have not finished it yet. I'm case 4 at the moment. I've not probably gotten into it, but I'm still at the beginning of it. And I think that's very good. Case 3 is usually the worst in the Ace Attorney games. That said, this game's Case 3 is really not good. It's not even really all that frustrating. It's just kind of odd. You know what I mean? So it can go into the bottom of very good games. And then the last game we have here is Metroid Fusion. Wait, did I put Metaphor in here? Metaphor isn't in here. I don't think I put it. I didn't put it in here originally. So it's not the last game. So let me go Metroid Fusion. I finally beat this game. 2 years in the making. And it's a good game. It's a very solid game. It's a hard game at that too, but I'm glad I finally put it behind me. I do have some issues, so I'm not gonna issues with it that detract from the game and overall. well said, so I'm not going to put it into very good games, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I think right here is probably a good spot for it. Yeah, the Metroid series is actually pretty decent string of games, and I think personally Metroid Fusion is probably one of the better ones. It is a hard game, it will challenge you, but I still don't think it's better than Dread. Dread is very. Did I play Dread this year? I don't think I did. Metaphor. Metaphor is quite frankly an Atlas masterpiece, and I think objectively speaking, that is the best game I played this year. I played a lot of SMT, Final Fantasy, and Persona this year, so I think I have a lot of like experience to compare it to. I think objectively speaking, in terms of gameplay by itself, not even talking about the story, gameplay by itself, objectively, Metaphor is the best game. It is a masterpiece on Atlas's part. They took everything they learned that was bad about Shin Megami Tensei, everything they learned that was bad about Persona, and mushed it into one game. Learned from their mistakes, fixed everything. It's quite frankly, like, I mean a masterpiece in the literal sense of the word. It is like, if they never make games again, this is like a great way to cap off their series, their company, right? I'm not sure what they have in store for the future in terms of what they're going to do. But everything from the Metaphor had the issue of being compared to Persona 3, or I'm sorry, Persona in general and SMT, and done it. And I feel like every game after Metaphor is going to be compared to Metaphor. That's how good this game is. It had everything that you could ever want in terms of like a good story. Any character with a name, in my opinion, it's well written. Has their own like fleshed out like character arcs and everything. Even if they're like a side character, Joe Schmo nobody. They fix the issue in which you have a party and like you don't get to spend as much time with your party because you have to spend time doing other things. They fix that issue. It's just it's a beautiful game. I think I have the urge to play it again, and like I said, I don't play games more than once most of the time. So the fact that I have the urge to just play the whole entire game again for a second time is saying something. It's very good. I'm still surprised there hasn't been any not Persona 5 reviews for Metaphor yet. I think they made a good point to get influencers to advertise the game, and then not. I think it stands on its own merit to go. This is not Persona. It's Persona 6. By all intents and purposes, Metaphor Secret Run only. Nah, I don't think that would be that hard. I mean, I kind of played the game mostly like that anyway. Like the main character is the only person who changed archetypes most of the time. I think everybody else stayed with their main archetype unless I really needed something. So I don't even think that would be that hard of a challenge. I think a harder challenge would be one archetype, starting archetype only, no upgrades, right? You don't upgrade, you don't change, you don't get to get the upgrades from changing any of the other archetypes. Because when you even if you don't switch archetypes, you get the ability to level up the other archetypes when they're available to you, and then they give you permanent stat boosts. If you don't do that, I think that game would be much harder. So that would be a much harder challenge. But I don't know. Metaphor fucking probably the best game that I played this year. However, now that we are done, now that we have this list, my game of the year goes to Persona 3 Reload. And the reason why it goes to Persona 3 Reload is because I'm biased, and Persona 3 was actually the first JRPG that I ever played. So the fact that I get the ability to run through that again, have everything be better than as I remember it. The only issue with it is that it does not have FemC, and even that's going to be fixed anyway, because of mod, right? So even though it's technically not in the game, we have mods to fix that. It's just amazing game. That is Persona 3 Reload is my game of the year. I played that game 3 times this year. That's cute. What do you mean? but that I got to experience it again for the first time. I think definitely my favorite moment when I was playing Persona 3 Reload though is when I got to insta kill that boss with Alice, because they don't Persona or games usually don't let you do shit like that. But having the ability to look at like the boss's weakness, like scan, analyze them, see that it didn't block insta kills, and then insta kill it was probably like a highlight of my fucking year. First RPG got a remake and played it in its game of the year. Yeah. I think that's I don't think a lot of people get to have that experience. That's gonna happen to me when FF9 remake comes out. I hope it does, Nairu. I think that game deserves it. But yeah, that is the 2024 tier list of games that I get to play. I was gonna wait till the end of the year for it, but I don't think it would be fair for me to start Final Fantasy X and then add that to the list when it's just gonna be didn't finish Kenya. You know what I mean? Can you Armageddon the Reaper? You can Armageddon the Reaper. You can insta kill the Reaper, which is fucking hilarious. And the funny part is that even if you're at max level from killing the Reaper fight is still hard if you want to do it like legit. No, that game is amazing. It's I do still have issues with it, but I have issues with it because it's a game that takes place in 2010, and not because of it's a game. You know what I mean? Like the issues that I have with Persona 3 Reload stem from the fact that the original game came out in 2010, not from the fact that it's the type of game that it is. So, but that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you want to see more like you want to see more tier lists and stuff, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button. So hitting the like button lets me know that you want to see it more, and it lets me know that it lets other people see the video. So make sure you hit the like button and all that. Chat, we're going to take a short break so I can set up for Final Fantasy X. We are playing Final Fantasy X with the strategy guide. Let me show that off real quick. We're playing it with the strategy guide, so we will be not accepting any backseating. There will be no backseating during this. If it's not in the strategy guide, if I don't specifically ask, we're not finding it, all right? It's gonna be just this book, just us in this book. But give me a second to take a break, set up for it, and use the bathroom and everything like that. We'll be right back. Thank you for everybody for hanging out with me. If you're watching this on YouTube, like I said, hit the like button, and stream don't go anywhere. Give me 1 second.